was a fellow who had a handsome house, nice property, a beautiful backyard. And in his backyard, there was a particular spot that could be used as a shortcut. People would come and they'd cut through his property. They'd walk through that spot in his backyard. They were able to get through to get to a different street, be able to get to Shul, wherever they needed to go. Constantly during the day and at night, especially over Shabbos, people were always walking and taking this shortcut to be able to save themselves time. And it was extremely disturbing and uncomfortable for the guy who owned the house. He had no privacy. There was hezek re'iyah. You never know when someone would be walking through his property. So at a certain point, he put up a sign that said no trespassing. He hoped that people would respect it. But of course, nobody paid any attention. They didn't consider themselves to be trespassing. And they continued to traipse through his backyard at all times to take the shortcut. So he had no option. He built a fence. And he figured that this way he'd have a little privacy, a little respite. But people kept on coming, and they would climb over the fence. So he made the fence a little bit higher. Maybe he put something sharp on top of the fence. People kept sich an eitzah. Suddenly, he walked to the back. He saw on the now beaten path to the shortcut, someone had ripped open a hole in the fence. People managed to squeeze their way through and continue to use the shortcut. He thought for a while, and he hired a gardener to plant the most exquisite bed of magnificent flowers, roses, delicate, a beautifully arranged, broad bed of flowers that blocked the entire area where the shortcut was. At this point, the only possible way to use the shortcut would be to trample and destroy the beautiful, magnificent flowers. And who would have the heart to do such a thing? The Panovich Rav Zechreinu Livracha says that this story is a mashal to give us a deeper understanding of a pasuk in Shir Hashirim. The pasuk says, Suga b'shayshanim. Our observance of mitzvahs, our shmiras ha-mitzvahs, is protected by a fence, a hedge of roses. What does this mean? What's the mashal? Says the Panovich Rav, Chazal in their wisdom have enacted many takanas, siyagim, gedarim, various harchakas to keep us far away from the edge of chas v'shalom falling into an avera. These take place, a mechitza, an isser of yichud, harchakas waiting between basar v'chalav, and so many other areas. Many times we ourselves create harchakas for ourselves. We put ourselves a certain guideline in place. I'm not going to go to that place. I know it's a sticky situation. I'm going to install a filter. I'm not going to use that device. I'm going to stay away from that type of interaction. How do we look at these? Do we look at them as mere safeguards, or something that don't have value in and of themselves? The Panovich Rav says no. These are a magnificent bed of flowers, a bouquet of beauty to the Ribbono Shel Olam, that we show the Ribbono Shel Olam, look Ribbono Shel Olam. We're trying to be careful. This expresses the beauty of what the lengths that we are going, how careful we are. Ribbono Shel Olam, our relationship with you, your relationship with us, our closeness with you means so much. These harchakas that we take, Me'er Rabbi say, they're sheishanim. Let us treasure the moments that we can take an extra step to keep away, to save Vayimayin, and recognize that with that we're giving a special bouquet of sheishanim, of magnificent prachim, magnificent flowers of our love to the Lribono Shel Olam.